Welcome back to CDC Growthonomics. Today we'll explore the last of the episode on humans behind data. And today we are covering you. You are the analyst, who's the human behind the data. You, the product manager, who's the human behind the data. You are the marketing person, or even a BI analyst. Anybody who's behind this data. So last few times we were talking about this example of this beauty company sells lipsticks and a la carte, or lipsticks and other skin products and beauty products, either a la carte or in these packages or what is subscriptions, basic and premium. And we talked about a specific project. We've been talking about segmentation. And so we'll continue with that example of segmentation, and we are going to talk about you. We have talked about your stakeholder. Last time we talked about your stakeholder. And the first time we had talked about your customer, right? So and there's the connection between all of this. What's in the middle is data. And so we've explored the customer aspect, your stakeholder aspect, and I want to talk about you as your analyst, and things that you need to do in order for this data to become dollars or value, saving dollars, making dollars, creating value, driving growth. All of that is what we are talking about. So what is your role in converting data into dollars? And we talked about this aspect of, as you are looking at data, it's not a dot predict and dot fit and dot score. It's more than that. It's you understanding your customers, why are your stakeholders, so that you can do better feature engineering. But it's beyond than that, right? Beyond, you need to understand the real question. You need to understand the context. There's a whole lot of intelligence here that goes into really framing your understanding of the question, the context, the hypotheses is going to frame how you approach. Your approach to the analysis will be completely dependent on it. So we go back to our segmentation example, where there is a desire by the marketing team to create personas in order to customize or personalize the offering, personalize what's going on in these bags, in these monthly subscription bags. And your role behind all of this data is to understand your customers through the data, through the hypotheses, via your stakeholders. But not only that, you need to have proper handshakes. You need to do proper handshakes with your stakeholders to be able to influence them. You need to be able to bring them along. You need to explain the why behind the what. You need to understand their timeline and constraint and deliver within that. You need to be able to fit the solution in your stakeholders' need. And that is when the data is going to convert into dollar. But let's talk about another aspect of it, which is the biases. Your bias, where are you coming from? Whether you are coming from, as an example, if you're coming from traditional statistics background, you may have a different approach to this project versus if you are coming from a applied, like an OR or a computer science or that background, or even an MBA background, right? Your business background, you're going to have a different approach to analysis for this. The other aspect is your bias, meaning let's look at this beauty product, and I'm, as an analyst, let's say I do not know a whole lot about beauty products, which happens to be true with me. My sort of not understanding the product versus another analyst who understands the beauty products, this space so much more, is going to play into your hypotheses. And if there's a good analyst, they are going to be watchful of these biases and where they are coming from, to be able to use other stakeholders to navigate these biases. to be able to then use this information in an effective way to still convert the data to dollars. So, and the reason why I'm talking about this very important topic, which often, in the world of data science, what are the humans doing, and how does our bias even play in our training, our pedigree, our biases. Somebody who comes to, let's say, this beauty product organization, but comes from a manufacturing background, the biases they're going to produce, they're going to be very cost sensitive. They're going to be thinking about the cost, the production side of this business, versus they're somebody who's coming in from a storefront, Sephora, whatever else, and comes to work in this organization. Their experience is, their bias, their pedigree is about customer facing. They understand customers. They understand these products potentially much better. So it's very important to know the three aspects, the three humans sides behind the data. The data by itself has practically no meaning, and AutoML, just putting data into some automated fashion and expecting it to spit out results, will also have very, very little impact. The way to create impact from data is to understand the humans behind the data. You, as an analyst, understanding the customers, the humans behind that customer data, via and working with your stakeholders, the humans behind the decisions, the action takers, the three of you, when you come together, is when the data drives value. So I'm hoping that this series inspires you to think beyond data and incorporating humans, intuitions, biases to actually to actually drive value from your data, to be able to actually influence and create value from your data. See you next time.